Eli is a new movie that's on Netflix. It's a horror film. Eli revolves around a kid named Eli, and he has this like rare degenerative disease called autoimmune disease, where basically every time he goes out in the sunlight, his skin begins to degenerate. He begins to like burn. So he has to wear a hazmat suit everywhere he goes to avoid sunlight. His parents take him to his facility where they try to cure him from his virus, but then he realizes that the facility he's being held at is haunted and is haunting him throughout the night. And we have the movie Eli. This film had concepts that I really enjoy. It started off, as if it was a horror film. It has some decent horror elements. The camera work was pretty good. Is this movie good though?
That's a good question.
This film was ambitious. This film had some generous ideas. I liked the first half of the movie. It was something new. They was trying to develop something new within the confines of its story by having fear revolving around a virus and using that aspect, for the first act. I did admire that. This film takes risks, and so some of it panned off. Some of it didn't work. To let you guys know, I'm going to have to do a spoiler, okay? I just had to do a spoiler because there's some certain details. You can get an idea of this movie that the character revolves around this boy named Eli. He has this disease, autoimmune disease, and he is at this facility. You're the audience, you're watching this movie, you're going into the movie, and then there's a few twists and turns you don't really see coming, so the predictability is non-existent. You don't know what you're going to get while watching this movie. And then while you're watching the movie, you start to learn more about the plot. And then once you get to the third act, you're just like, WTF. Like, it's like you was brought into a whole new world. You feel like you was Princess Jasmine. You was on the magic carpet ride for the first time in your life. They kind of shifted tone, and I didn't know how it panned off, how it worked. But after watching it again, I had to watch it again because I feel like it worked, and I had to do a spoiler to really break it down. Some parts of it was a little bit cheesy. Well, really cheesy if you really think about it. I just can't wait to talk about it in my spoiler. So yes, the performances was definitely there. The performances definitely worked. The main boy, he did a fantastic job. There's so many layers. There's so many layers with these characters that you feel like they're surface level in the first act, but during the second and third act, these characters do get fleshed out, and I did like that's one of the things that horror films usually don't do. They don't really develop their characters as much. They just give you cliche characters, but these characters were not cliche. They're a complete opposite, and I really do have to admire the writing revolving around the characters in this movie. But story-wise, this is going to be decisive, I feel like. I mean, some people will hate it. Some people will not get it. Some people will love it. I just can't wait to do a spoiler, like I said. So other than that, this movie is worth to check out. If you want, this is just to see, curious, if you like horror movies. Also has some decent amount of jump scares, even though some of the creatures that's haunting the boy were the same creatures you have seen before in other horror movies, like The Ring. I think I'm kind of spoiling the movie if I say that. God. So I'm going to give Eli a Christian Bale Batman. This is a fun movie. A fun movie I really turned off my brain and enjoyed. And I think Kieran Foy, he's the director of this movie, he did a good job. So that's my review of Eli. What are your thoughts of Eli? Comment below and let's talk about it. And I just gotta do a spoiler, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you like everything you see and you agree, subscribe to my channel and join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao. Holy mackerel.